All right. So, as requested, we're hopping into Absolute Universe and the Ultimate Universe. So, with the start of these, we're going to start with Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, and then also on the Ultimate side, we'll start with Spider Man and the Ultimate Universe. And we'll just keep going until both of those are over and then do the other ones along the way also. I know we already went over Absolute Martian Manhunter because that one was so good. And we haven't really gone over any of the Ultimate stuff. But yeah, so we're going to start doing some of these along with the fan suggested stuff. So we're starting with Absolute Batman, who is written by Scott Snyder, who did a bunch of Batman things. He did The Batman Who Laughs, Court of Owls, Batman Death of the Family, I believe the New 52. So he's basically just been writing a bunch of Batman stuff and just knows Batman in and out. It's good. He usually writes really good stuff. So Absolute Batman, fully trust in his hands. But going into what is the Absolute Universe? So Darkseid created this in his image, a world where there are no real superheroes and like the world is plagued in fear and darkness. To an extent, they exist, but the world is messed up. It's basically the response to the Ultimate Universe that Marvel made by DC. And I think it is, I can't say it's better. It's really good, though. It's like having two children that are just, you can't pick one. They're good at different things for different reasons. So they're both really good. They just are different kind of concepts. I like the concept of the Marvel Ultimate Universe way more, but with that, the Ultimate Universe has a kind of concept where it does have to end after a certain time. Absolute Universe can just keep going. So now we're going to actually hop in. We're starting off in the Gotham Zoo with Bruce and his dad. In this universe, his parents are not billionaires. We start with part 1 of 5, The Zoo. The whole concept of this Batman is that he has none of the money, but all of the gadgets because he's an engineer who just has a high brain power. He is a unstoppable menace. But having said that, we start with Alfred Pennyworth. He is driving through Gotham in a city that he barely recognizes. When I'm here to do bad things. Amir left Cabal during the occupation 20 years ago. He's had me over his apartment many times. I even taught his boys how to play cricket. Sometimes I wonder if he'd invite me back if he knew the things I did in that conflict. But he runs the only decent tea shop in Gotham. That's why I keep my things next door. And we see him enter his room full of guns and weapons. Alfred Pennyworth in the main comics is, or I guess was, part of the British military. And they don't really touch on that a lot besides like he was a medic or something and helps out every now and then. This one, full spec ops, black ops, like he is doing crazy missions undercover, still working for him. His daughter Julia hates him. She's also part of the main comics and kind of has that weird thing where they don't ever talk also. But we see him calling her saying, hey, I'm in Gotham for a short amount of time. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I'm wondering if I can see you. And she doesn't answer. But he signs into his laptop and we see that his mission while he's in Gotham is to stop a gang known as the Party Animals, making chaos, butchering people, raising murder rate by 700%. That's crazy. 700% is a lot. Like, these are not normal people. They're psychopaths. But Alfred's Pennyworth is not to stop them, is merely to get surveillance on the Party Animals. And we see another player in town caught glimpses of a man dressed up as a bat. Do not engage him either. And he says, awesome. Pulls out his weapons. He's about to leave. They're sending him the coordinates. But make note of what these party animals look like. They're wearing like these black masks. So who is probably in charge of the party animals? Take a guess. It is most likely Batman villain Black Mask. But we will see more of who it is later on. But just know that these are not normal people. These are monsters hidden behind these masks. And Pennyworth walks outside and sees his motorcycle is gone. I hate this fucking town. So we leave Pennyworth and go to Croc's gym, where we see a man who we believe to be what normal Bruce Wayne would look like, just boxing, practicing, you know. And then we see some big Man, the only words I can say is big fucking man. Walk up. Oh, hey, Bruce. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it warm for you. Don't worry, man. Love in the air. Big move. He's just full forcing on that punching bag. Thinking of his dad. So we see that his dad actually died at that zoo, or at least we think he does, just by the implication of blam, oh God. And then Bruce finally kicking off the punching bag. And we meet another friend of Bruce's that says, really, man, you really broke another punching bag? That's Waylon Jones. If you don't know who that is, in the main continuity, that is Killer Croc. And he loves reptiles. So in the Absolute Universe, so far, he's not a villain. He's just loving reptiles, owns a gym. He's like, Ozzy hooked me up with an exotic pet license. Ozzy is the penguin. So we're already setting up that in this Absolute Universe, most of the main villains are not villains. They're just regular people. So as we see, and they're friends with Bruce, actually. Bruce tells Waylon that Ozzy's probably going to get busted any day now, and he heads out to leave, and Waylon's like, what are you doing, man? The party animals are going to destroy Town Hall. Like, you can't go there. And we see a picture of everybody all together as kids. So we don't see it yet, but they're all from Crime Alley. All of them, including Bruce. He's not a billionaire. He's just a kid with Crime Alley. Grew up with, it appears, Edward Nygma, Ozzy, Two-Face, Waylon Jones, and Selena Kyle wearing the cat ears. But we leave them as Bruce leaves, and we pick up on this yacht, where we see a meeting happening, playing music, blasting music. There's some people in the pool wearing these black mask things. But the main villain right here that we see cracks a couple jokes, cracks a couple one-liners. He's got a PhD in musicology, you know? And the people he's meeting with are like, are you joking? Yes. Yes, I am. But getting into the thick of it, this man asks, hey, the rumor is that these party animals are your dudes and killing people left and right. What are they doing that for? Like, there are rules in Gotham. We don't just kill people. And then this kid walks up to interrupt him. Hey, Roman, when are you guys coming to dance? Do you guys want to go dance? He replies, it's 3 a.m. Put that kid to bed. You got to listen to me. And Black Mask stands up. Turn off the music then. Okay, I'm listening. And the two men say, we heard rumors that you're some kind of big shot. You got guys all over the world, different animals, giraffes here, goats here. You're connected to some global Illuminati. But the truth is, I've been in the business for 150 years, a century and a half. That's history. You got to respect it. That's right. And we've got brothers, cousins, and guys all over town. So take your little party boat and sail away from here, or you're going to be dead by dawn. And the mystery woman says, show him the mask, baby. So Black Mask stands up. Good idea, sweetheart. I'm afraid you have me all wrong. History is what I'm here about. And we're going to celebrate history. The end of it. And he pulls out what are called death masks. These ones, I got Socrates, I got Martin Luther over there, got George Washington over there, and I have your brother. And that's your cousin, Mr. Falcone. And we have 2 more for you. And then he murders them and says, keep the music going. So we're not dealing with your regular old Black Mask sitting in an office being like, it's okay, we're just a crime boss. This guy is full crazy. And I love it because Black Mask to me has always been like, he's just there. He's in that one Red Hood story that's pretty good. That's it. He's kind of whatever. But this one makes him seem really scary. But we finally get to see Batman in action. So we see 6 murdered people just today. The question is, who are these monsters, these party animals? Some kids say they've gone mad. Act part with the machetes. We are warning you, the footage you're about to see is disturbing. We just see a bunch of random people pulled up with guns. But we see tonight Mayor Jim Gordon. So Jim Gordon is not police commissioner anymore. He is the actual mayor of Gotham. And Jim Gordon being one of the most important people in the Batman mythos, almost like an adopted father to him. Because he's one of the first people that took care of Bruce after his parents got murdered and helped him out. But we see him on the stage. Step down, Gordon, you're a disgrace. You're a joke. We're going to vote Mayor Hill. The main problem that people are seeing with Gordon is not that he's a bad mayor, which I guess he might be. I don't know. I'm not a politician, and I don't know anything about politics. But they're talking about how these party animals, are killing all of them under Gordon's watch. He used to be a cop, and he's letting it happen. Mayor Hill, he might be a terrible person, but at least under him, it wasn't as bad. And one of these men pulled out a good point. I run Finger Tailors on 27th Street every single weekday for 71 years. I've walked to my shop except the day my son was born and the day my wife died. 18,302 times I've walked down there, but I don't walk there anymore. I don't walk anywhere because I'm scared now. But while that man is talking, Pennyworth sees the party animals walk by, ape skulls and bad from prom clothes, heavily armed, laughing and giddy gleefully. This is going to be bad. But Pennyworth's handlers say, do not intervene, only watch. Jim goes on, I promise you we will bring these criminals to justice. I'm working around the clock with the city police. And then this man shouts, the party animals torched a station 2 hours ago. It's all over the news. The cops can't do anything. Nobody can do anything. And Harvey Bullock is getting upset, who is Jim Gordon's right-hand man in almost everything. But while he's talking, this woman steps up. Jim Gordon served this city honorably for a few long years. I work with his office. I trust him. I also trust us to be better than this because it's not just up to him, Commissioner Bullock. It's up to all of us to stop these people. And while she's talking, a flashbang comes in. Party animals pull up and start firing at everybody, specifically Gordon. And we also see one person, Barbara Gordon. That's Barbara Gordon right there. But while the party animals are there, we see them get thwipped up by some man into the elevator. They get beat up. Everybody says, stand back. Batman's here. Barbara opens the door and sees Batman. Whatever you hear, do not open this door. But Alfred's handler says, is there any casualties? No, the other player just arrived. Well, if he disrupts any intel, you are to engage him. So they engage Batman, but leave the party animals. That's whack. But Batman's hanging off the perch like a bat, and they start shooting at him. His thing is already bulletproof. Awesome. He drops a little smoke pellet down while they're shooting at him. He just hooks him with his cape, throwing him around, throwing him through buildings, throwing him into light poles. He uses his cape to stand on stilts, smacks him. I mean, the creative use of this Batman as an engineer, so good. I love this. Where our mainline Batman is a genius with a bunch of tech and everything, this one is a genius, not billionaire, that just uses brute strength and engineering feats. It's a beautiful thing. But Alfred's still not intervening, even though Batman is engaging the scene. He just says, I'm gathering data. He wants to see what Bruce can actually do. Batman pulls out, I can't really say they're batarangs. He just pulls out knives, boomerang-looking things, throws them from his ears. Fast, steady, above all, focused. You've been waiting for this, haven't you? You've trained mixed martial arts, your own blend, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but you're a striker above all. Brutal, yet precise. You're putting on a show. A leg stomped on so everyone hears the crack. An arm snapped over your knee, sending a message. You're enjoying it too. And the knife work, my lord, so bloody, yet you miss an artery just by enough. No fatalities, not one. An idealist. So Batman takes all of them out and leaves a couple left. This big dude with a big butcher knife comes up. You better move. This hand has killed more people than you can count. Now I'm going to give you one chance. Get the fuck out of our way. And Batman takes off a battle axe from his chest symbol and shoves it out. And then while this other guy charges, cuts off his hand. Batman says, I hope they can reattach them. There's a hospital 3 blocks south of here. Or east, I don't know. But you'd have to run. The rest of you, I'm going to give you a chance to get out of my way. And his suit is monstrous. He is a menace. But Alfred goes on, well done. But if you were a true tactician, you'd set up a trap for those. And then we see that the stairs are actually a booby trap laid by Bruce. He explodes it. And then his handler says, Pennyworth, what's going on? The satellite images don't make sense. The player is you have to engage. And he says, okay, I'll go out there. He walks down and sees The party animals just disoriented, getting up from the trap. He pulls up to Batman. This is the sound of a DC-34 automatic shotgun, son. There are only 3 of them in the world. It could blow your brains out all over this sidewalk before you even blink. And Batman just kicks him, grabs it, and goes, sounds dangerous, and then just leaves. So after he leaves, Alfred does some investigative work. The next day, everyone's talking about it. Who is this Batman? So who are you really, Bruce Wayne? You hide your tracks well, but it's easy when you're no one. Just some guy, 24 years old. Mom is a social worker, dad is a teacher. You grow up in crime alley, high friends, low places, tight group. You're smart, excel in school, your parents have you tested, and you score near genius level. Then, in the 5th grade, you win a student engineering competition, creating a mobile collapse bridge that can be used to bring down aids of locations hit by catastrophic damage from war. The design is an origami-like based on the anatomy of a bat wing, and the prize is a trophy and a trip for your whole class to the Gotham Zoo, where it starts. Now we finally see the death of Thomas Wayne getting gunned down at a shooting at the zoo. Thomas Wayne hurries all of the students inside of the bat house, puts them inside the back. We see that he shuts the door to protect the kids and gets shot. After that, you lose yourself for a while, lash out, rage at the world, and then you find yourself, something inspires you. You straighten out, you go back to school, get a scholarship to the best university in the state, but when you get there, you're injured in the first week, a soft tissue tear. I've seen the x-rays though, and I've been in command of men who faked injuries to escape duty, and I suspect that's exactly what you did. But why? You were good enough to be a star, even go pro, because you were saving your body for last night. For all of this, whatever it is you built, you studied applied mechanics, chemistry, criminal psychology, military theory, sociology, history, everything to prepare, and then you come home. You set up in Gotham, work in the power grid, then the water department, sanitation. After that, you intern at City Hall, studying public policy, macro and micro, learning our city, the body, the brain, every part of Gotham, until finally you come full circle, the engineer, creating, building. You even fix what you break, repairing the stairs you blew up last night. You've built something here, Bruce. I see it now, and it's impressive. But I've taken down men like you before, in cities, in jungles, in deserts all over the world, because you're crusaders, and crusaders always have a weakness. And yours is sitting right there, and it's Bruce's mom. So his mom is still alive, as compared to Thomas Wayne, who is dead. I could kill you right here in front of her. It'd be that easy. It's what I should do. And we see Alfred gets a text from Julia's daughter. Never contact me again. But you're just a kid. So he doesn't do it. I don't know if it's because of Bruce. He's like, I can help this guy. He's doing the right thing, so I'm not going to kill him. Or it's he lost Julia, so he can take in another kid. You know what I'm saying? But we pick up later that night on the top of a building. There's more to these are skill masks than appear. They aren't just for protection or even intimidation. When I cracked one, opened the circuitry inside. Oh, and the recording. Alfred walks up. Pretty smart, mate, hiding out on the top of these buildings. All the top floors are owned by companies and oligarchs who never use them, just hollow investments. You know this because you worked on them. But I'm closing you down right now. But we see Bruce pick up the shotgun as Pennyworth enters. I thought you were better than that, son. You get caught and all those deals go out the window? Give me the gun, kid. You're not a killer. And he just shoots him in the face, and then he drives off on a motorcycle. We'll see that motorcycle in a second. But we see Pennyworth say, and then a few things happen very fast. First, I realized that this guy modified my prize shotgun to be non-lethal. He ruined it. Second, I hear a very gun clatter by my side, as though he's saying, you can keep it. And then I hear this roar. The roar of my own motorcycle. Fourth, his voice tells me, you're not the only one who follows people. And we see that Bruce stole his motorcycle in the beginning of the run. He's been following Pennyworth the entire time. But he drives off the top of the building. And Pennyworth thinks to myself, maybe you're not so bad these days in Gotham. And that's the end of issue 1. But we have one last little epilogue. Alfred talks to his handlers, talking about the party animals. They talk about his old target. Tracked him somewhere in the Philippines, but I'm not sure where he's at. I tracked him, studied with Henry Descartes in France, then they killed him. He trained with the League of Assassins, and then they killed him. Now, in the wind. And we meet this man. His name is Jack Arthur. They're not really sure what his name is, but he's one of the 30 richest men in the world. And one of the men say, "You think you want to be my rich best friend? Hey, don't do that. Don't joke." Why not? You didn't hear this guy never laughs at anything ever. They call him the Joker. With that, we're ending issue 1. That's such a good issue. Thank you for watching, listening, however you enjoy. We're going to do some fan suggested ones later. Yeah. Peace out.